Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm going to be playing Mono Red Madness. This is a deck that has been tier 1 in Pauper since last summer when it was discovered by a few Japanese players who kept it secret until their God of Pauper event, and then it obliterated the leagues and has been a force of nature since then. It relies on playing cards like Guttersnipe and Kessig flamebreather, which are pingers, which you combine with fireblast and lava dart to one-shot your opponent. This deck is not playing any Voldaren Epicure. Instead, I have gone up 1 land and then 3 Melded Moxite. I saw Melded Moxite in a top 8 from an Italian player, I think, from an IPT. I'll try to credit them in the description, but this is an artifact that when it ETBs, you can discard a card, and if you do, draw 2 cards, and then you can sacrifice it, create a 2/2 tapped colorless robot artifact creature token. So how does this help? Well, it's similar to the Epicure in that it creates a creature if you want it to. It's a little bit slow in that regard, but it's also good against blue decks because it's not a 2-for-1 for them if they counter it. Similar to Highway Robbery, once you put it on the stack, your opponent can counter it or not. If they don't, you automatically will get the ability, and if not, you didn't have to discard a card. If you play something like Grab the Prize and you discard a card as an additional cost and they counter it, then you are down 2 cards, which is a big problem for you. So in this version, we're doing the similar thing where we're just all threats. Kessig, 4 Guttersnipe, 4 Fireblast. My sideboard here is similar to sideboards that I've played in the past. I don't think that playing Relic of Progenitus is worth it. I don't think that playing something like Cast into Fire does that much for the deck. So I'm full on anti-blue with 4 Pyro, 4 Red Elemental Blast, 4 Searing Blaze for creature decks, and 3 Smash to Smithereens. This can be used against affinity decks. It can be used to clear Nile Spellbombs, stuff like that. So let's see if this is a fast, powerful league. I will see you in the matches. This video is brought to you by Card Market, Europe's largest TCG marketplace. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, round 1, we're versus All Eyes on Me, who's a Tron player. So we're trying to come out the gates fast in game 1. I've got Bolt. This is tough. I think this is probably a mulligan. We have no card draw, and the bolts aren't useful in the beginning of the game. This is definitely better. I will keep, and I will get rid of a mountain. Then I'll play a mountain on turn 1. Turn 2, we will looting pitch snacker and the fiery temper. We play a power plant. We'll land, we'll faithless looting, discard. All right, and then we'll blast you to 17. Your turn. So our best draw now is a 2-mana draw spell, so we can get back the sneaky snacker and discard the fiery temper. They played out of mine. They probably have natural Tron. I think I just have to faithless looting. And we'll just discard Lava Dart and Mountain, returning the Sneaky Snacker. They use a Visionary's Dance, which is a newer card from Secrets of Strixhaven. Discard a card, look at the top 2, put one of them in your hand, the other in your graveyard. They're at 17. This will put them to 15. Then we have an additional 5 damage. My best draw is, I guess, a Faithless Looting, because we could discard double Fiery Temper. We play an Island. They're holding up a Prohibit effect. We'll play Mountain, I'll attack in. They're at 15. They cast Impulse. I wonder if it's a good idea to cast Fiery Temper right now. Probably not. They play out a Forest. So the Forest can give them Moment's Peace. I'm going to end step Fiery Temper, putting them to 12. We'll get in for 2. They're at 10. Now I'm going to play Grab the Prize, discarding the Fiery Temper. If they have a counterspell, this is bad. We'll Fiery Temper you. They're at 7. I have 5 damage right now. They have the counterspell. So next turn they have to Moment's Peace, or they would die, I guess. Plays a tower. So I mean, there's a lot of ways this goes wrong now. They play out a Generosent. Okay. So I need an additional few damage. They're at 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 7. Play my mountain and pass the turn. When it's passing, we're going to attempt to grab the prize. Discarding the Lava Dart. That worked. I have Fireblast. They cast a Mystical Teachings. So I can kill them right now if they don't have... I guess let's just try to go for Fireblast. If they have Weather the Storm in hand, then I lose. But if they don't, then I win. I think they were probably going to teachings for the weather storm. We win the game. Yes. Epic. Okay, so now we want a bunch of pyroblasts. And I'm going to take out the lightning bolts. And I'm going to take out what? The fireblast. And keep this. So my plan for blue decks is to just sit there and counter their things while putting pingers on the table. We have a really good hand. If they don't have a, they have a blue, unfortunate. So we're looking, yep, we found another mountain. We play out a land, they play out a mine. I'll play out a mountain. Not looking to grab the prize here. If this were a highway robbery, I would have just plotted it. They play Crystal Grotto. Okay, so they could have double hydroblast. I'm going to play a mountain. Okay, they play out a tower. My turn, I'll play a mountain. Play grab the prize. Discard Sneaky Snacker. They're going to counterspell. I will counterspell. And they have a counterspell. And I have a counterspell. So that worked out exactly like I thought it would. Except they had Prohibit there, so I could have maybe gotten off what I needed earlier. Like, I expected double Blue Blast, and they would have been able to get me on the previous turn. Now they have Wall. So if they get Blue Blast, I can't do anything. Yeah, I guess I just play out the guttersnipe, and then they Blue Blast it. I play a land, then attack. Send in. Them having Tron online at the moment is a big problem. Plays Expedition Map. They're going to grab another Tron land probably. Remote Isle. They cycle the Remote Isle. So they have two blue sources at the moment, 3 cards in hand. I will attempt to guttersnipe. They pull some Marasa, their land. Cycle the land looking for a counterspell. Didn't find one. We're going to let the mana go away. Attack in. I'll put you to 20. I'll Faithless Looting. Discard Snacker. Discard Lava Dart. Play Mountain. And then I will plot this highway robbery. Looks like they have a teachings. If they had teachings, they would want to get a breath weapon probably to kill my guttersnipe. But then I can play out the second guttersnipe. They play a hydroblast. They can now maybe get Bajuka Bog. Plays a generous end. Draws, gains some life off the food token. Okay, I'm going to go play out the guttersnipe. Back in with my snacker. They block. Expected. I will cast the highway robbery. Ping you. Sacrifice one of my 6 lands in play to go up cards in hand. We get back double snacker. I'm going to plot another robbery. They pay 6 mana for an Unfathomable Truths. So the interesting thing is I cannot deal with that. It just resolves. I don't have the ability to pyroblast it. Plays out a Bonder's Ornament. Plays a land. They have a breath weapon. Well, that's a bummer. Maybe I just lava dart right now. Okay. Feels like they have a weather storm coming. We're going to get in for 5. My turn. We find another snacker. Let's play the highway robbery. Discard Sneaky Snack. All right, we're back in the game. What do we want to do? I think I'm going to convert cards in hand with this Faithless Looting. Try to get a pinger. Discard Mountain. And I guess this is going to be a looting. Play the Mountain. Play out my Kessig. I'm holding the Pyroblast because once they tap the Bonder's Ornament, I want to pyro their wall, but not sure if they're going to have a... Okay, they go Ephemerate. Yep, that was a good time for me to hold my pyro. Pow. We're gonna kill that wall. Honk. Dang it. I clicked the wrong thing. Destroy target permanent. Kill a wall. Ping you. You're at 18. 2 cards in hand. They're going to pull some Ross to the wall. Okay, and then they can play the wall and then Ephemerate. I kind of have to win this turn. Seems unlikely. What are they going to get? They could get the breath weapon. They targeted Ephemerate. They Ephemerate. Turns Pulse of Marasa. Gets in for 5. Okay. So we have a Pyroblast. So we can attack in... We can start by Pyroblasting their creature. I have 2, 4, 6. Does it matter? Does the 1 damage matter? I think I will start with the Faithless Looting. Discard Fiery Temper, Lava Dart. Fiery Temper you. And then I want to kind of waste your time and your mana. So I will Pyroblast. Wait, no. We know they have Pulse. I'm just going to have the Pyroblast. We'll get in for all my cards. Lava Dart, Lava Dart. I wish I had another Lava Dart, then I could get them. They're at 13. But as it is, I'm going to have to Pyroblast the wall when it's being targeted with the Ephemerate. That way they have to waste their mana. Okay. They are gaining the 6 life back. They lose the wall. Their turn. They're going to play Pulse on the wall. They're going to play the wall. Or the Ephemerate. They're going to Ephemerate the wall. Casting Visionary's Dance instead of the wall. They get in for 5. So there's a possibility that I could win now. We're going to start by dealing them 2 damage with this Thingu. Cast Highway Robbery. Sacrifice the land. Okay. I think I'm passing. They have wall in hand. I have a fireblast for their wall. We can block and block. Plays a Prophetic Prism. Actually, I can block both the elementals and then lava dart them so they'll be gone. Fireblast. Counter your wall. Wall is dead. What's your last card? Another wall? No way. Impulsive targeting themselves. They draw 3 cards and they have to discard a land or 2 cards. They discard 2 cards. Hydroblast, Impulse. So what was their last card? A Weather? They're going to draw a card with the Bonder's Ornament. And then they make blue. Has to Hydroblast on my flamebreather. Okay. So they're at 13. Let's see how they attack. I kind of have to like block an elemental and then ping the elemental with the lava dart. I think I have to lava dart both the elementals. They're going to get in. They attack. Okay. We will block and block. Kill an elemental. We're still at 5. They Bajuka Bog my snackers away. That's definitely a problem. We will grab the prize. Discarding Fiery Temper. Target you. And I have a Highway Robbery. So I'll have to plot the robbery. No attacks. Maybe my Pyroblast plan or Blue Blast plan isn't working very well. The Generous End was a big problem for me. I guess in the coming in for host board, maybe I just go full aggro and like don't worry about their counterspells. The other option would also be to bring in the Smash the Smithereens. Let's cast the robbery. I don't know if I can do anything here. Sacrifice a land. Lay out kessig. Play mountain. We'll cast Melded Moxite. So what's my draw that could win me the game? This is 4 damage. Lava Dart would win the game. I think I'm okay. They just have a blue blast. All right, that was not that much. Like I was trying to pay attention and play well. Now I'm trying to figure out if I can. I'm just gonna go full everything, just back to the original plan, and then hope they stumble. I guess I'm on the play, so maybe I can push. We'll keep. They mulligan to 5. I do wonder if my play of trying to play around double hydro in that spot was bad. They mulligan to 3. This is what happens when you're playing Tron sometimes. You just mulligan to 3. Now 2 cards. It's going to be Island Hydroblast. That's the only thing they can possibly do. We win because Tron is very, very random. Sometimes you have Tron. Sometimes you just lose. We'll see in round 2. Round 2. We made it past Tron. Ah, yes. This hand is just sweet. Land, bolt, land, snack, land, and then snack again. All the snacks. Let's play Mountain and pass the turn. The best card in the mono red deck is a blue-black fairy. Opponent, what are you going to do? Snow-covered mountain. Campfire. There's some sort of campfire deck. Okay. It's going to be annoying. Let's just get out ahead of the campfire with a sneaky snacker on the table, plus 2 damage and 2 cards. And they're playing blue, red stuff. Best draw for me is maybe, all right, we find a looting. Let's start by attacking. They don't do anything. They could have a counterspell here, so I'm going to plot. They'll gain a life, or gain 2 life. So my snacker's not doing anything. They're just getting their life back immediately. But they do have to spend 1 mana a turn doing it. They cycle a Lorien Revealed. They're some sort of multicolored Scred Teachings nonsense deck. They play a Rimewood Falls that they fetch with the Lorien Revealed. We'll start by attacking in for 2. They take it. I'm going to slam this Highway Robbery because I think they might have a loose focus and I can pay for the loose focus. We'll discard another snacker. Yikes. This hand is pretty not good at the moment. We'll try a Faithless Looting. Discard Lava Dart. Discard Fireblast. Play a land. Let's put a flamebreather on the table. They probably counter or like kill it. Not going to do very much else. They'll use a Scred on the flamebreather. A lightning bolt. Okay. Then gain 2 life. Just naturally, like if I can play these cards out, I have a solid amount of damage. They cycle another island. Or another Lorien Revealed for another island. Plays a Volatile Fjord. Maybe they're holding a Weather. We have a Lava Dart. Let's start by attacking in. And we'll go to 14. Let's play the Melded Moxite. Resolves. Now I get to discard the Lava Dart and draw. Play another land. They're at 14. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7, 8. This is... Oh, this is 10, 11, 12. Darn. They choose to scred one of my snackers. Does that mean that they have a way to get rid of the graveyard? They gain some life. Plays a Bountiful Landscape. Plays a Murmuring Mystic. Then casting a Ponder. Okay, so they're probably dead now. They're at 16. I have 6, 9, 12, 17, 20. You're at 16. Now you're at 13. Then I'll just untap. Combo time. Pow. And pow. And pow. And pow. You're dead. We didn't even have to resolve the lightning bolt. That gets crazy. Okay, so we know they're playing a removal spell based blue deck. I'm just gonna bring in the red blasts, cutting the bolts and the fire blasts again. In this version, in this matchup, I mean, I do think that this is the right way to go. We're just gonna try to rely on the snackers to get it done. Maybe the Moxite tokens. They'll have to spend their removal spells on my snackers. They probably have like a relic or something. Ugh, this hand is not great. We mulligan. This hand is solid. So at the moment, we have a couple of options. I think I'd get rid of the guttersnipe. Just the most expensive thing. They lead on a fjord. My turn. I'll play a mountain. We have a pyroblast effect. Play a ponder. I'm going to use my pyro aggressively and hope that they don't have another land. They did not. Nice. So we're going to use the grab the prize, discarding lava dart, so they can't 2-for-1 me. I'll pass. They play out the campfire. My turn. I have a Moxite. Let's go Moxite. We drew a Moxite. We'll discard this fiery temper, and we'll go face. They pass the turn. And then we can Moxite another one. This one, it costs 3 to make a robot. Lava dart in the graveyard. They're going to gain 2 this turn. We have a red blast. So I can Moxite the mountain, or I can just make a 2-2. I think I will make a 2-2. I want to gain some life. I probably shouldn't always yield to that. I have to remember that I yielded to it. They play a landscape. All right, we'll end step a 2-2. My turn. Finding a mountain. Let's play out a Melded Moxite. They're going to counterspell. So I will counter back. Then they sacrifice their landscape for a forest, showing me that they're prepared to weather the storm on the next turn. We'll discard mountain, and I'll get in for 2. I've got pyroblast for their blue threats like terror and stuff like that. One has a brainstorm. Guess I'm just going to pyroblast the brainstorm. Yeah. And they cast weather the storm. We gain some life. Play guttersnipe. Play kessig. Play land. Attacking for 2. They go ponder. I'm fine with darting for 4 damage probably at some point. Kind of have to save cards in hand now. They scred will dart for 4 damage. We'll go to 18. I'm looking to draw a draw spell. They play an island. Another weather. They only have 1 card in hand. Draw a spell into a pyroblast to stop them from getting any cards would be great. Oh, we have a pyroblast, so I'll just go and attack in for 3. Scred on the flamebreather. That's unfortunate. End step. We'll make another 2-2. So we're dealing 2 damage a turn. Drawing a mountain. We'll get in for 4. We are just going to hold cards in hand. Looking to draw into a rummage effect. They gain 2. Back to 25. Casting a Bonder's Ornament. Well, that will be bad. I did not bring in anything for the ornaments. We draw a snacker. Get in for 4. They gain some more life. They have 5 mana right now. They're going to be drawing 2 cards a turn. They are going to pull ahead if I can't find a draw spell off the top. They have a gutter snipe. I think I have to put that on the table. And then they have what? They're going to use the lose focus for a lot of replications. All right, you got it. Can't counter that. And we'll get in for 4. So the robots are definitely doing work. I've just stalled out on any card draw. They're back to 21. We've got 5 mana in play, 1 card in hand. My turn, I draw a Moxite. That's a really good draw. That gives me Snacker on the table, plus another robot. They draw a card with the ornament in response. We'll discard the Sneaky Snack. Drawing Flamebreather, nice, and looting. I wonder if I should just put a robot on the table. I think I'm going to attack in for 4 and then go for the robot on their end step. A little bit worried about a breath weapon though, so maybe it's not a great idea. If that's the case, probably put flamebreather on the table and hold up the pyroblast. Yeah, we'll play out the flamebreather. Flamebreather survives the breath weapon. Not a scred, of course. And they've got a life. All right, they're at 19. Plays out a writhing chrysalis. Certainly a good card. Then they play an island, 1 card in hand. Let's see. We have a highway robbery. Don't really want to waste my robot into the chrysalis, but I do need to push damage. So I guess I just attack with my 3 2-power creatures. They probably block and kill a robot, and then I get in for 4. They choose to take out the snacker. Okay, so if I were them, I would have blocked and killed the robot because then they're off the table entirely, and they know that I can just bring back the snacker. Unless they've got some sort of way to, you know, exile from the graveyard here. Okay, snacker. What are they doing? They draw a card with the ornament. Snacker dies. We can cast a highway robbery. King you go to 18. We will sacrifice a land. Going up cards in hand, making the Faithless Looting better. Finding a grab the prize. I think I'm going to grab the prize and discard the Faithless Looting. They go to 15. We find a snacker. Double pyro. I think I pass. Maybe it would have made more sense to use the Faithless Looting. They have another Writhing Chrysalis. Alright. So Pyroblast not good against multiple Writhing Chrysalises. Let's crack the Melded Moxite and get another 2-2. Okay. Might as well attack with the snacker. Robots on defense. They block. We'll flashback the looting. Go to 14. We'll discard snacker and a mountain. Play land. Play flamebreather. Okay. I have too many lands in play. I probably shouldn't have played the land out. Alright, they choose to draw another card. They have a 6-7 and a 4-5. 10 power. Brainstorm's a little scary. I think I have to let it resolve. They might be slamming a Lauren Revealed. They go Murmuring Mystic. I'm going to counter that. Pinging you for 2. They're at 12 now. They play out a land, 2 cards in hand. Okay, so can I kill them? They could still have Weather the Storm. We can deal them 4 damage right now. They'll go to 8. Then I cast Faithless Looting. Alright, combat. Just have to play through Weather the Storm. Get in for 4 or 8 damage. And they block the robot successfully this time. Okay. I will cast Faithless Looting. This puts you to 6. They respond. Oops. You know what I said before was that I shouldn't have auto-responded, auto-yield to the campfire. And I did, and I lost because of it. Or didn't lose, but let's see. We will discard grab the prize. Or maybe just discard grab the prize and the pyroblast. Snacker back. This just wins the game, assuming they can't do anything, but they probably can't. We'll cast the highway robbery because we still have flashback, Faithless Looting plus lava dart. My yielding did not matter, luckily. They're at 6. Okay, we just drew a bunch of darts. I'll dart you. Combo time. I'll dart you. And they have conceded. Nice. 2-0 on a round 3. We're here in round 3 versus Otakon. They're a grindy control player, so I'm going to try not to mulligan. Plays a Volatile Fjord. That means they're probably on Jeskai Ephemerate. I'll play a mountain and pass. They play an island. Okay, I'll play a mountain. I could have discarded the Fiery Temper to hand size. That would have been an option. Play the floodplain. So as expected here, I'll play a mountain. We're just all grindy all the time right now. Okay, I'll just play my mountain out. Plays a Volatile Fjord. Okay, we drew a Fireblast. I'm going to go ahead and discard this Fiery Temper. And we'll go face. So if I land the guttersnipe, I have a large amount of damage. They pass. Let's just bolt. They're at 14. I'll attempt a Faithless Looting. We'll discard Lava Dart and Lava Dart. Lay out the mountain. I think I'm going to play this kessig. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not going to do anything. So they're just sitting there doing nothing with their mana. It's probably better to also like not play into their obvious counterspells. But I was just trying to figure out if I could win on an instant speed. If I play a Kessig Flamebreather into a counterspell, they can untap, slap down an Archaeomancer for a counterspell. And I don't want that to be the situation. They cycle for an island. Plays out Augur of Bolas, revealing Union of the Third Path. So that is a card they can cast to gain life. Plays out an island. So I'm going to go lightning bolt, put you to 11, and try to resolve my flamebreather, like kessig. They're going to union the third path in response. So if they have a counterspell, oh, maybe they don't die. This is 5, 10, 14, 15. If I resolve the guttersnipe, it's much more than that. I'm going to cast the highway robbery. They have a counterspell. 5, 10, 2, 2. Darn. I was pretty close. If I hadn't bolted on the previous turn, and they did a smart play by playing the union like immediately. They have a scred. Okay. And then they're going to play Archaeomancer. Plays Moldrifter. Or an Ephemerate. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the odds they have a counterspell in hand are pretty high, but they might not. So I think we have to play the guttersnipe and see if they basically just force check them. They get in for 1. All right, force check. Guttersnipe. Okay, they didn't have it. This is 6, 6. Not enough. 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 15 if they don't have a counterspell, like a dispel, but they could have a dispel. I could also grab the prize discarding fireblast, which is 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16. Oh, I messed up because I didn't cast it. Oh no. Crud. Oh no. Let's see. I've toasted myself. Mistakes were made. I was thinking about it after. Oh geez. There's like no way I can. Oh god. They ephemerate. Their nickel. Their auger. They find what? They're probably gonna find a counterspell. They find fanged flames. So they're gonna just be able to get me anyway, I think. I wish that I had counted better. They preordain. I guess they're looking for a counterspell. Maybe they didn't have dispel. So I think I went counterspell check. They went bottom here. They are trying to find the counterspell. We don't have a choice. Lava Dart, Fireblast, what's a mana? I definitely misplayed this. 100%. I got nothing. I will concede to a dispel. They have the dispel. Okay, GG. GG. Darn. We're going pyros in. All the pyros all the time. Okay, I'm on the play. We have turn 2 snack. So that's a pretty good keep. Or we just plot the robbery. I'll play mountain and pass. They play out their island, so we have to plot the robbery. Okay, your turn. They play a perilous landscape. We're going to plot another robbery. Mountain, go. Opponent will sacrifice for another island. We go preordain. My best draw is a pyroblast now. They go bottom. Plays a mountain. All right, I will attempt a flamebreather. So they could have scred to kill the flamebreather plus pyroblast for my highway robbery. The idea here is that they use their pyro right now, or their hydro, and then I can just highway robbery, discard the snacker. Maybe like play kessig flamebreather and then go robbery, discard snacker. But it depends on them not having that. Okay, they have decided to let it resolve. So do I just play another one? I will attempt the highway robbery then. They're going to scred my creature. And then pyroblast or hydroblast the robbery. Yep. And then I'll just play another kessig. Play the highway robbery. Discarding the sneaky snacker. And now it's your turn. Opponent leads on a preordain on turn 4. Bottom. My best draw is a pyroblast. Okay, now I can use my grab the prize, discarding the faithless looting potentially. They kill my kessig. I drew a guttersnipe. I'm going to attack. I don't have lethal yet. We're going to grab the prize, discarding the faithless looting. Finding a guttersnipe. I'll just play it. Slap it down. The breath weapon? No. Plays out a glacial floodplain and passes. They can breath weapon now. Let's go ahead and attack in. They take it. I guess I'm going to attempt another guttersnipe. Does that make sense? This is 2 plus 6. I guess I'm going to attempt this faithless looting from the graveyard. They use a counterspell, so I think we have them. Faithless looting puts you to 6. Draw, discard fiery temper, and then turn 6. I didn't play a land yet, so this is 5 damage. I'll discard the guttersnipe. Blast you. We win. I guess that was a little bit risky, but if they went for a bolt there, I'd had 6 damage from the lava dart. Okay, try again. Well, we have Sneaky Snacker, a bunch of lands, and a Pyroblast. I'm going to keep it because I could draw into anything to play out, but it might not work. It's probably not going to work. Mountains for days. Yeah, mistakes were made, maybe. They go preordain. I will aggro counter. Play out an island. My aggro counter was bad. Land pass. Plays out a mountain. Mountain pass. Play a floodplain. Draw a fiery temper. So now a good draw would be a faithful swooning. Get a lot of value. They potentially are playing Thraben Charms in their deck. They're going to go Drifter Ephemerate. Evokes the Mole Drifter. Since they're already drawing 2 cards, we'll just let that happen. Okay, Drifter. They did it. There's no sense bolting a Drifter. Play Mountain. They go Preordain. We're certainly making land drops. They play a land. Lanes this time. Play a Mountain. They're going to chill. I'm just making land drops. Play a Mountain. They cast Union of the Third Path, going up 7 life. It's okay. What are you going to do? Plays a Perilous Landscape. We find a mountain. I think I'm going to hold it. They crack the landscape. They're passing with 8 cards in hand, so I have to discard the hand size. Great. Perfect. Let's plot this highway robbery. This is the weirdest way of getting card advantage. I'm just sitting here doing actual nothing. They choose to play Archaeomancer. Going to choose to... What are they going to get back? Union? I think I can just let that go, right? We still have to discard the hand size. My expectation is that they have counterspells plus Ephemerate, and I have Fiery Temper to kill the Archaeomancer in response to the Ephemerate. They discard Dispel. Play Mountain. Well, let's try the Flamebreather. They use the Hydroblast. We're going to attempt the Highway Robbery. I have Pyroblast. They have Envelop. I'll attempt to counter. Hopefully this resolves. Alright, looks like it does not resolve. They get in for 1. I guess I'm going to cast this Highway Robbery I just drew. They probably have a counterspell. Counterspell. Alright, play this land. The main thing I'm concerned about is them not getting value off their Ephemerate now. Could have waited on the Highway Robbery as well. They'll continue getting in for 1. Evoking a Mole Drifter. Okay, they're up to 6 cards in hand. This feels like it's getting away from me pretty badly here. I've drawn only 2 draw spells and 1 Pyroblast. But there's time. Drawn 9. I've drawn 10 of my 19 lands. Another snacker. Okay, I think my best draw is at looting. I cast the Union, still much higher on life. In the second game, we were drawing so many cards, but here we have literally nothing we can do. Augur of Bolus, that's going to increase the clock. Oh no, we have 8 turns. Revealing a Hydroblast. We have the Melded Moxite. They get in for 2. Discards. Banged Flames. We have another snack. I'll just discard snacks to hand size for a little bit. They play a Perilous Landscape. Continuing to get in. You draw the Guttersnipe. I mean, I could try the Guttersnipe, but they have a lot of ways to interact with it. We'll discard the Sneaky Snacker. Play out another land. I've still got a few turns to make something happen. Not a lot. Another Guttersnipe. Guess I'm discarding Snack again. I'm worried that they're going to have the Raven Charm. They get in for 2. I'll go to 8. Their hand is just interaction. Evoking another Drifter. Drifter to the yard. They have 8 cards in hand still. They're interesting. It's interesting that they are tapping out a little bit here. So I could try to kill the Archaeomancer and start a stack war. Kill the Archaeomancer? In these... Okay, they're good with it. Darn. Let's play Guttersnipe. What did they reveal? They had a Hydroblast before. They're going to spread it. Another Augur of Bolus. They have Hydroblast in hand, and they've drawn another Hydroblast. Alright, I'll play Guttersnipe. Play this Melded Moxite. They have to Hydroblast this. If they don't, like, it's just too much good value for me. They're going to Scred. Okay. Use Counterspell. They have so many Counterspells! I'm so toast. It was all my fault. I kept a hand with lands, and I drew lands. They get in. We're running out of time. The clock is a ticking. They have double Hydro in hand. I'm going to cast an Archaeomancer, and I will concede. I really think that it was my fault that I lost that one in my keep. Let's see what was coming up. Looting. Maybe I didn't have to concede, but would have been great if the looting would have been earlier in the deck. We'll see in round 4. Round 4 versus K Mario or Shimario. I don't know. Shimario. Let's keep this. Moxite Snacker turn 2. They play out of Forest. So am I worried that they're going to be playing... Although they go Glistener Elf. I will attempt a Lava Dart. Sweet. Alright, I'm glad that I could just dart that. Get out of here. Play Melded Moxite. Discard the Snacker. Find Fiery Temper. It's going to be tough for them to be able to defeat that. Play an escape tunnel. They sacrifice for a forest. They're passing. I'll play out my Kessig flamebreather. Get in for 2. I've got so many bolts. All the bolts. We win the game. Very nice. Okay, so we want the Searing Blaze. And then I think I'm just cutting anything that's not removal spells, right? Like, maybe the Kessig is better. We're just going to cut the guttersnipes. I need their creatures not to be on the table. That's the main thing that I care about. If land bolts, it's turn 2 snacker. Let's keep. Mutagenic growth does not save their creature. Seal of Strength is good. Go land, pass. They play a forest and a glistener elf. Okay, we're just going to end step lightning bolt. They use the Seal of Strength, so that's 3 damage. That's not happening to me. Go land, grab the prize, discard snacker, find Searing Blaze. Let's see if they have lethal. Rancor. They get in. We're going to go land, play the Melded Moxite, discard the Fiery Temper. We have fireblast now, so if they have a response, I'm going to fireblast it. Yeah, how about no? Kill it. Kill it with vengeance. Fireblast. And we'll get in for 2. Yeah. This is sweet. Oh, man. It feels so good to not be playing Tron when I'm facing Infect. That is for sure. They play out a Blight Mamba. I'll go land and attempt to kill it. They play Vines of Vastwood. They take 3 damage. We will pass the turn. I'm going to block. They have Rancor. If they have a plus... I mean, I'm blocking. What are you going to do? Just regenerate? Okay, I'll untap and Fiery Temper your creature. Land, Lightning Bolt. Okay, Rancor's back to your hand. They play another creature. Okay, I guess I'm just going to try to Searing Blaze it. Oh no, Magic Online exploded because I double-clicked. Alright, let's try it again. Searing Blaze. I have Embiggen. Okay. I might die. I just didn't have enough 1-man interaction. They have Rancor. Do you have another pump spell? Yup, GG. Bummer. They had 3 creatures, a bajillion pump spells, never whiffed. We are gonna try again. Maybe the Smash to Smithereens are okay. Alright, well, I'll keep. I have lots of interaction. Land, your turn. I have answer for a turn 1 creature. They play Seal of Strength. We're looking for a 2-drop draw spell. We find a bolt. I'll pass. Play Escape Tunnel. Llanowar Augur. Sacrifices. 2-drop draw spell. Lava Dart. I'll pass. They play a forest. There we go. Play the Melded Moxite. We'll discard the snacker. Okay. We are going to discard Fireblast. Opponent plays out a Blight Mamba. Okay. We're going to start with a Lightning Bolt. This is tough. This is really hard. They can give it +3/+3, and they can regenerate it. And I just don't have lands. But I do have the Fireblast. I feel like I'm going to lose because I haven't drawn a land. I can't figure out a way to get past this. I'm just thinking. If I bolt it right now, they can just regenerate it. But if I don't bolt it, I think I'm dead. I'm going to start with a Lava Dart. I at least have to force them to use their interaction. If I put the Lava Dart in the graveyard, then they use Mutagenic Growth. Okay, I'll attempt to bolt. And then they make it bigger. I'm definitely going to die. Maybe they won't have lethal this turn. They make it +4/+4. What can I do? I can't do anything. Yeah, I'm dead. That's a bummer. I'll attempt to Fire Blast it. Yep, okay. GG. I guess they win. Bummer. Infect is always the bad guy. That's what I say. We'll see you in round 5. Okay. Round 5. This is sketchy. It's a sketchy keep because we have Faithless Looting, discarding the snack. We're really relying on drawing those lands. Turn 1, Faithless Looting on 1 land. It's something I would not recommend doing. And Shay Mario PM'd me. They messaged me privately and said, "How'd you lose that match, bro?" Man, come on. That's rude. I said, block. Okay, I will discard Snacker, Lava Dart, and pass the turn. Mine for the opponent into Candy Trail. So we're looking at Altertron or some sort of like Monster Tron deck. Monster Tron's probably pretty good against what I'm doing. I'll go land and Kessig. Tower. Laser Chromatic Star. So this is most likely like a combo Tron land. We will Faithless Looting. returning the snacker. And then what are we discarding? Land and land. Get in. Put you to 19 right now. Put you to 18. I have, let's see, 1 dart in the graveyard. So that's 2, 4, 6, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. They crack for green. Plays a Malevolent Rumble. You might be dead. I'm not sure. This is 16 damage. I think we have 15. They can crack the Candy Trail. A card draw spell would be great. Find a Lightning Bolt. So I play a Mountain. They will attack in. They're blocking. Candy Trail to gain 3 life. And I deal 18 right now. I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it. This is 8. I can only deal 15. When it plays out a Golem Foundry, looks like they just don't have anything else. They play a Forest and a Chromatic Star. So I think I want to hit them with the Lightning Bolt, and then I'll go to my turn. Didn't draw a spell, but it's not going to matter. We'll get in for 3, and then Fiery Temper into Lava Dart, into Lava Dart, and Lava Dart, and Fireblast. Pya! Smash to Smithereens is the only thing I'm really thinking about bringing in. I think it would be pretty good. And then don't really need the Lightning Bolts, in my opinion. So let's see how this goes. I mean, Lightning Bolt does a good job of closing. So maybe I can bring 1 bolt back in and just cut 1 guttersnipe. All right, we will keep. We have Pinger, turn 2. Then we have a Highway Robbery. They play a Power Plant and a Chromatic Star. Play a land, pass. Trying to get the guttersnipe on the table. They might have things like Fangam Marauder, like, what else? Krarkland Shaman to wipe the board. They crack for green. Looks like they're probably going to play a Malevolent Rumble. They do, revealing Brambleworm, Mirror Retriever, and a Rumble. So they take the Brambleworm to hand. I mean, a lot of life gain. Start on a flamebreather. I wonder what the best card to play is. Probably the Melded Moxite, because that only discards. The Highway Robbery, if I flood out, could be better later. They've got a tower, so they may just play out the Brambleworm this turn. Plays Barrels of Blasting Jelly into big ol' wormy worm. The 7/6. I'm going to Melded Moxite. Discard my Kessig. Oh, that's so bad. Unfortunate. Another no lands. I've definitely gone up on lands, and it's not getting there. I think this Brambleworm's going to take me out. We're just going to go to the next game. Maybe I'm a little bit freaked out, but yeah, we just, come on. Didn't get there. So, what do? Brambleworm means I need a lot of power. So I want the guttersnipes. And then you know what? We're just going to go full out. Back to the high speed version, just like the Tron matchup before. Just get it done on the play. I would love to do that. We'll keep. I could Faithful Swooning discarding Mountain, but I think it's better to grab the prize on turn 2. Guttersnipe in hand is a good way to close the game. They play a Power Plant and a Candy Trail. We have a Lava Dart. We'll grab the prize, discard Lava Dart. Pass the turn. I think I just slapped down the Guttersnipe this turn, but maybe they do have the Blasting Jelly to kill it. That would be annoying. Play a mine. Draw a card. I'll go land. Guttersnipe. So there is a chance that we just deal them lethal if they don't have a way to kill this right now. Probably not, though. They play a Pylons. That's a Nile Spellbomb in their graveyard. They play the Barrels of Blasting Jelly. They could have Weather the Storm now. Maybe even Hydroblast. It's very possible that that's what their plan is. Plays Nile Spellbomb. I'm going to get rid of my Lava Dart right now. Okay. Let's start with grab the prize. Discard Faithless Suiting. Put you to 17. Give a Lightning Bolt. Play land. Play Faithless Suiting. Draw. Discard Mountain. Discard Mountain. I almost have lethal. Dang. Get in for 2. I can put them to 1. Alright, I will pass. They play out a Candy Trail. Oh wait. What did I do? I discarded Mountain. If I discarded the Lava Dart, they would have been dead, right? No, it's a 3. I think so. So I'll have to review. Likely I screwed up there. And then they crack the Candy Trail. After going top bottom, they find a Forest. We'll go Lightning Bolt. Yeah, there's like no way. I mean, what could they do? They could crop into Tron and then get a Weather going. They could crop this into a power plant or tower and then use the Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Let's bash in. Put you to 9. Play the Melded Moxite. Put you to 7. But that doesn't work? That's not good. Oh well, I'll discard the lava dart. Finding a lava dart? Brutal. Okay. Let's go lava dart then. They're dead. Unfortunately, there was nothing you could do. Lightning bolt. Okay, GG. We finished 3-2. I felt like the deck was smooth. I didn't really miss the Voldaren Epicure. The main problem points were, as usual, where if you don't draw your lands, you die. All right, so I was pretty happy with it. Didn't really miss the Epicure. It was unfortunate that we got trash from the player that was playing Infect. That felt bad. Maybe you would want to like manipulate the number of card draw spells. Let me know what you thought, and hopefully you had some fun fire blasting people to 0. I'll see you in the next video.